This is Peter.
I'm Bjorn.
I'm John.
From Peter, Bjorn and John, and you're looking at what's in my bag. Amoeba.
Okay, I'll start here. I bought this when it came out, when I was 12 years old. This record is more like, there's no hits on it. He plays like old blues songs. And also I see Kenny G is playing on this record. It's actually pretty good, this record.
I'm gonna show two records at once here. It's the Anderson .Paak album. We played a festival in Sweden called Way Out West. This guy was playing outside on the stage and it was raining. It was a slippery stage, but he kept on moving. And he's a drummer, which is interesting, and he was singing and drumming at the same time. Because then I saw this band at a small club the same evening. They have a singing drummer too, even though it's completely different genre. Both really, really good concerts.
And they can't afford drummers.
No.
I might talk about my kid. He's 4 years old and he listens to basically one album, Phil Spector's Christmas album, all year long. It's Ronettes and girl groups singing all the Christmas songs. And it's something with the voices he really loves. So I thought about swapping that Christmas album into a regular Ronettes. He's probably going to notice because he knows that Christmas album. But if that doesn't work, he has another favorite when he was maybe 1. He loved this album. I Find You Freaky, that song, that was his favorite. it's the only song he really...
I think you're freaky and I like you a lot. I think you're freaky and I like you a lot.
I think he loved the cover as well.
The best of Beta Bound. This is something I listened to a lot. We sort of started a band and around that time. This was a big inspiration also for recording because it sounds very like, let's play some trumpet here and put some, it's very effortless and sort of a bit like home recording style that we was drawn into as well.
You reminded me, Steve Mason, he was in Beta Band, right?
Yeah.
His new record is really good. I should have gotten that as well.
Shout out.
Yeah. Steve Mason. Have you heard it?
Of course not.
No, but it's good. Check it out. Fruit Bats, Absolute Loser, Eric Johnson.
An absolute loser on the verge of something new. Just waiting for the storm to move.
This is produced by a good friend of ours called Tom Monahan, who worked a bit on our new record, Breaking Point. And it's really solid, like every song is fantastic. Great songwriting, and the production is great.
What I listen to, or what we listen to at home after a day's work in the studio is stuff like this. Three Sons, Arthur Lyman, easy listening stuff. It's like, what do you call it? Ljudtapet.
Muzak.
Musak,
Yeah, it's like furniture,
music.
but it's like sonic furniture. It makes our dark apartment in Stockholm, Sweden a bit brighter, especially if you pick the stuff that's from Hawaii. We need that in Sweden, and this one's probably the same, but I love the cover. It looks like a fucking great organ.
Kids, it's a book. This book is written by Chrissie Hynde. We in the band and a few other bands in Sweden have a studio called Ingrid and a label called Ingrid. Chrissie Hynde came there to write and record her first solo album. And she got so peppad, hyped up on Stockholm, so she called her album Stockholm. She's a good storyteller, and I haven't read the book, but it's probably good.
I played drums on that album, and after a session, she told me when I got out to the control room that, yes, Well played. Now get the hell out of here.
This is a great record by an English singer called Emmy the Great. I don't think actually she's called the Great, but maybe Emmy anyway. And I've listened a lot to this record on Spotify. This is again a really solid album that hasn't got a single review in Sweden. So no one knows this in Sweden. Maybe you don't know it here either, but it's actually very good.
I know I won't forget you in your swimming pool.
And this is Laura Mulla, who also played that festival in Gothenburg, but we had to do a fucking sound check at the same time, so I missed her show. I haven't heard it yet. I just heard a single where Nile Rodgers played. He's on all records that's
What
ever
did he
made.
play, like trumpet?
I think he played guitar. It's supposed to be a breakup album, like Blood on the Tracks and all those. Those are usually very good, the breakup ones.
This guy is back. Very minimal being Aphex Twin. Then this feels like a similar genre. It's this amazing first Daft Punk album. Never goes out of style.
And this is Nuggets, of course. This one we also listened to a lot when we sort of got the band together, and there's so much cool different sounds and intros and weird drum beats, great stuff like that on this record.
One of my favorite bands of all time, not very unique, but I love the Byrds. I wanted to chase that guitar sound and those harmonies when I heard it when I was 6 or 7 years old, and I go, what the fuck is this? That's a 12-string guitar, and now of course I play one, you have to. And I also have a guitar that's signed by Roger McGuinn, another 12-string, but that is very out of tune and I left it at home. This is another like great record that I don't have on vinyl, but I mean Fred Neil, his songs and his voice, and it's not a thing I never can stop listening to. It's just beautiful.
Banking off of the northeast wind, sailing on a summer breeze, skipping over the ocean like a stone.
Ian and Sylvia, I actually don't own an album with them, and they got so many songs that are known from other people, like Early Morning Rain and You Were On My Mind and those great songs. But when I listened to the original versions, it was on a plane on this recent tour, and I almost started crying when they did Early Morning Rain, because this was perfect for that flight.
So I just be on my way. The early morning rain.
After all these music, you might want to relax in front of your TV or computer, and then you should watch Better Call Saul if you haven't seen that, I think. It's so amazing.
I'm the best lawyer ever.
They dare to be slow and quiet.
Wow. You got a mouth on you.
Thank you.
Things can take time, and every episode is like a symphony of its own.
Joke's on me! Ha ha! Simple as that. Where's he going?
I'm just amazed how good it is. It's maybe not for everyone, but I should try.
Solias usually do amazing compilations, but this is anyway Venezuelan music from the 70s. A stunning blend of USA and UK rock, European electronics, funk, jazz and Latin rhythms. Sounds amazing. Incredible beat of Soweto, it's like an 80s South African classic.
This is good too.
Yeah, that's fantastic, it's amazing.
Good name is better than silver and gold.
Loi Cabot put out this one. David Byrne did some compilations in early 90s that I borrowed from a guy I used to work in a bookstore for. But it's just so great when you have a vast continent of stuff to find out about.
Okay, cool.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.